welcome to the Love Them Knives channel. Love them knives, yes we do. LTK here talking to you. And you know what? This is one that I've wanted to get my hands on, and it's kind of come in and out of stock. I think this is probably pretty popular. This is the Hi Jinx by CRKT, Ken Onion Design. Mr. Ken, yes, he did a good job on this little sucker. I'll tell you what, this is a cool knife. And check out that pocket clip. Deep carry. Ooh, not really dominating the landscape, is it? Not a very big pocket clip. If you like huge pocket clips, this is not your knife. But no, I am not a big fan of gigantic pocket clips. So yes, this is probably all you need to clip to hold it in your pocket. Not a terribly heavy knife. It's got that GFN handle, not G10. But you know, it's a synthetic material. It's tough. And you know what? It gives it some thickness here, some width. Let me do this. You know, 12.3 millimeters, 12.4, almost a half an inch across. Let's do the blade stock while we're talking. And let's... about 0.11 of an inch, not quite 3 millimeters, close to 3 millimeters. That's that 4116 stainless steel. And, you know, I don't know much about that. I don't know how it compares to like 440, how it compares to CR13 MOV, 8CR13 MOV. I've heard some people say that they wished it would have been a little higher end steel. I don't know. I don't know how this steel performs. Obviously, CRKT, they've made a couple of knives before. This is probably not their first rodeo. I'm being facetious. But, you know, they probably think about the materials they put into a knife, and they think about price point as well. But this knife, it's under 50 bucks. It's like $46, $47. That's what I paid for it. But I just wanted it in my hand. I like the way it feels. It's a big knife this way. You know what I mean? It's not like a tiny little, and let's go there. Let's do this. Yeah. So 33 millimeters or 1.3 inches. I mean, it's fairly substantial compared to like little tiny knives like this. See what I'm saying? It's more something you can put in your hand and feel. Showtime Kershaw. Just kind of a small knife if you like small knives. And this one is not a real big knife lengthwise. It's like 3 1/4 inch blade. But it feels substantial in the hand. I kind of like that for a carry around, you know, EDC knife. Yeah, 3 1/4. So, you know, 85 millimeters, 8.5 centimeters. Oh, 20.5 centimeters overall, which is 8 inches. So yeah. So like, look at the, this is the compact fossil. Flavio Icoma design. So there you kind of got, yeah, pretty similar, although see how this is kind of dominant, isn't it? With the height of the blade, the height of the handle. Now the thickness overall, because of these G10 overlays here, going to be a little bit thicker. This is almost 6/10 of an inch, which is unusual for a knife this small. But, see what I'm saying? Still, look at that handle. It's longer on the Hi Jinx. Even though really pivot to pivot, I'm surprised because I think that this one is a little bit longer. Just a tiny bit longer blade. Interesting. I really like this. Okay, so this is the first I've had this Hi Jinx. I mean, this Hi Jinx. Let me show you something. Here. This Hi Jinx is one that I had several years ago. Yeah. Not $40. Okay. This was made by Lion Steel. But in any case, I'm just saying, this ain't CRKT's first rodeo with this design. But this is for, you know, throw it in your pocket. I mean, IKBS, there's the logo for that. Wow, this flips great. It really flips great. You know, the handle's nothing to brag about. It's all right. Fit and finish is pretty good. You know, you got grip here, which is nice. This is going to be a knife. But look at it. It's centered up. Centered up. And you know what? The knives I'm getting from CRKT, they're centered up. They're good. I love the pivots. Like their flippers. They flip really good. They fire right out. They're very smooth. I mean, you know, come on. I mean, that's just really nice. I like that. I like this design. I like the fact that it's got some heft to it. I mean, this way, I mean, height. I shouldn't have said heft. Height. You can wrap your hand around it, you know, and it doesn't go around and around 3 times, you know. It's not that small. So you feel like you've got really good grip on here. And you've got, see this? This jimping here? Yeah, you feel that. You feel that. You almost don't really need it on the blade because you're not going to come forward like this. No. Right here is where you got it. And that's where you need it. I like it. Good slicer. You know, good all around. You can even pierce with this. It's not really a stabber, but, and it's got some thickness to the stock all the way out. Look at the liner. Lock up. 25% at least. Like, you know, the back spacer got some traction on it too. You can feel when you know, it's making contact here in the palm of your hand. I don't know. I mean, it comes in a box. I mean, it's typical. And here's the model number. Made in Taiwan, not in China. The other China, and paperwork and little bag. Nothing to write home about, but, and let's see if it might be able to slice a piece of paper. Yeah, okay. So it's got a pretty good working edge. We can ride along the edge of the paper like that. So, yes, it will do that. So it's got a reasonable cutting edge, not as sharp as some knives that I've seen. Nah, this particular one, you know, not as sharp as a lot of the CRKTs, or maybe even cold steel knives. Cold steel knives are just like notorious for super, super sharp. But there you go. I mean, you know, compare this to the Liang Ma Remedy. A little bit shorter. Close though, really close in size. Roll them around the other way. Pretty close. This one's really cool. I mean, I like the fact that they're using the synthetic instead of the steel necessarily. I don't know if I need the steel for the weight. And these handles are pretty tough. I mean, just ask Spyderco, right? Do they use some synthetics on their handles? Oh yeah, baby. Yes, they do. Let's see how much this weighs. 4.9 ounces. Okay? So what's that in grams? 138 grams. Not bad. Under 5 ounces. Feels good in the hand. Feels substantial. Those bearings work great. Liner lock disengages real easily. You got this pass-through here. You got this jimping on here. so you can get a hold of that, push it aside, flip it closed. I mean, I'm not going to get real technical on these knives, and I'm not going to get real nitpicky necessarily. I'm just like, I'm a Joe Blow. I walk in, I buy a knife that I want to be able to plunk in my pocket and function with. That's kind of what I'm looking to do. A steel that I can sharpen on my sharpening system, whatever it is, and it will function well. And I, kind of dig the design. The pivot's cool. Can I access it with my Torxes? Yes, I can. But kind of cool. I mean, they went to a little bit of effort. Is there a lanyard hole? Yeah. Can we reverse the pocket clip? Yeah. That all works, doesn't it? Very functional. I really like this. I'm glad I got my hands on this to look at it, because I've been kind of messing with it, and I really like the action. It's almost a flipper toy. It really is. It's really easy to function with. See how the blade kind of disappears as you go forward? Really good, unbroken lines. It's got that kind of teardrop design, that handle like that comes out, bulbous type handle, but it gives you something to hold on to. I really like that. And in here, it's not really flat. You can see how this is thinner here than it is at the top of the scale. So it's kind of hollowed out a little bit, but it's got this good texturing on it. I like it. I like a lot of these CRKT knives, I like the Fossil. I like the Remedy. I love the Carnuflex because it's big and it's bad, and it's fit and finish is great on this knife. So CRKT, are they doing some great stuff? I do. I like what they're doing. I like what they're doing with these. I think they could have put this kind of handle on this baby here and reduced the weight a lot, made it more grippy. But, that's just my opinion. Otherwise, with the flippers, the bearings, I think they're doing a great job. I really do. I buy these knives like you buy these knives. Ain't nobody paying me to say this. But I do. I really like the fact, I like what they're doing right now with these. We'll see about others, because I'm going to explore the CRKT line a little bit more. I did the Outrage, I believe, and that was pretty good actually as well. I've got that review on my channel, so you'd have to look through my previous reviews. It was probably about 5 or 6 months ago. And I did this compact Fossil as well. All these I've reviewed on my channel. So you can see those reviews. I'll try and put the links to those so you can go back and look at the others and what I thought of them. Thank you so much for joining me. Hey, I appreciate it. I appreciate your support. Press on the subscribe button if you would like to, because we do all kinds of crazy knives, unbranded crazy knives from China, but USA knives and wherever they come from. If it's a design that I am attracted to, because I'm buying them, I buy what I like or what I think I might like, and then I really put it to it. I really look at it and carefully examine it and go through the mechanics, and then I'll tell you whether I like it or not. You can get that from me, that's for sure, brother. Take care. Stay sharp.